It's a little late today. We had a cold snap. Boy, yeah, we had winter come back with a roar. We got down to like 8 degrees, so I got a fire going in the old wood-burning stove. Kept us through the night pretty warm and toasty, but it took me a little longer to clean out the ashes and do my morning chores than normal. So anyway, I am here, and boy, we are warm at least. And today, the topic is lessons from the tarot, lessons from the strength card. What lessons can we learn from the strength card? And what I'm going to be doing here going forward is that we're going to be looking at some quotes that I think fit these different tarot cards. And when we talk about the strength card, one interpretation that is very popular when it comes to the strength card is that it refers to inner strength. And what is a source of great inner strength? Well, I think the source of inner strength is faith and self-confidence. Self-confidence is a form of faith in oneself, and I believe it can also be linked to faith in a higher power. Because when you think about faith in yourself alone, that is bordering on pride. But when you think about faith in yourself and an inner power that is greater than yourself, and yet at the same time part of yourself, I would say that is a true form of faith. And one quote that really has bearing to this is one that has been attributed to Theodore Roosevelt. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. And another quote that covers both aspects of faith is one by Susie Kasim. Always have faith in yourself and in the universe, for one will not get you anywhere without the other. Both must be equally strong to reach your desires, for they are the wings that will lift you to your dreams. Now, what does this have to do with the strength card? Well, I've known people of faith, and I have known people of confidence, and they are not always the same. You can have some very confident people that accomplish a great deal, and they may present themselves as, religious people. They may present themselves as atheists, but yet you can tell they have a confidence in themselves and in others and in the universe around them that really makes them strong players in the game of life and in anything that they choose to touch, anything that they choose to involve themselves in. And then I've known people that were very religious, claimed to have very strong faith in the God of their understanding, but had zero self-confidence. And I've dealt with a lot of these people. They would believe that God is, powerful and that God can help them out, that God can do anything. And yet, because their self-confidence was so low, because they tended to view themselves as weak, flawed, very sinful people, they believed that there was a separation between themselves and the God of their understanding, just a wall of separation, and that there was no way that they could really transcend that wall except through some perceived, sacrificial type thing like the blood of Jesus or something equivalent to that. But yet they really didn't believe that God loved them unless they were good. They didn't really believe that God could assist them because they were just weak, sinful people. And yeah, they were strong in whatever faith that they had in their God of their understanding, but because they saw themselves as being so separated from that deity, they really were not strengthened by it. If anything, they were weakened by that faith. And so that's where the quote here from Susie Kasim really speaks to me. Always have faith in yourself and the universe, for one will not get you anywhere without the other. Have faith in yourself, faith in the universe. Napoleon Hill puts it that way too. That quote by Susie is very similar to an earlier quote by Napoleon Hill, where he says, have faith in yourself and faith in the universe. They are equal. You need both. And once you develop faith in yourself, that's what Napoleon Hill would call self-confidence. That's what I call self-confidence. And with self-confidence, you've got a superpower. You have a superpower that can empower you to do anything that you set your mind to. Because think about it. If you believe you can do something, you will give it your best shot, you will try, and you will possibly even succeed, probably succeed. But if you believe that you cannot do something, that there is no way you can accomplish a goal, then odds are that you will not achieve that goal. You will likely not even try to achieve it. So self-confidence is a form of inner strength that can empower us to do anything that we set our minds to. And I think that's what the strength card speaks to me of. There are many other lessons that we can draw out of the strength card. But I think, that advice to develop and use self-confidence. And not just confidence in yourself, but having a form of self-confidence that is still rooted in self, but yet at the same time transcends the self. And I would say that is having confidence in you, your earthly self, your earthly being, and also having confidence in a power greater than yourself that is still connected to yourself, not separated from yourself, but still very much a part of your inner self. And I would call that, faith in the universe. Faith in your higher self is another way to see that. We have our earthly self, what some people might think of as being your lower self. And a lot of people are pretty familiar, with their earthly self. A lot of people tend to connect with their physical body and think that they are only the body. But then there's your higher self, your spiritual self, still connected to you, but which also transcends the physical you. And I tend to think of these as your lower self, your earthly self, or your higher self. So, when you get a strong connection to both of these manifestations of self, then you know that you have an inner power that will carry you through anything that you face in this life. There's a quote, I believe it comes from the book A Course in Miracles, that says, if you know the power within you, nothing in this world will ever scare you again. And that's another way of understanding the strength card. Knowing that spiritual power within you, connecting to it through daily meditation, starting your day off with a 20, 30-minute period of meditation will really supercharge your day and get you ready to face anything that you have to face throughout the course of the day. And most people don't. They roll out of bed, they turn on the news, they're immediately bombarded with a constant stream of negativity and propaganda, which is intentionally designed to weaken you, and they ignore getting 20 minutes a day in meditation. Some people never even think about it. They just turn on the news, grab a cup of coffee, chill out, get their daily brainwashing through the electronic media or through Facebook or even through X here, and they ignore the fact that they have a connection with a power greater than themselves, a power greater than anything on this planet, and they have the ability to connect with that power, and yet they ignore it because they don't have time or they don't think it's there or they don't believe in it. So yeah, always connect with your higher power, however you see that. Some people are very religious. Other people are spiritual and not religious. Some people don't really even identify as spiritual, but we all have the power to connect, the ability to connect to this higher power if we choose to do so. And yeah, spending a little bit of time in morning meditation can get you started. So yeah, that is definitely one lesson that we can learn from the Strength card. Connecting to that higher power and discovering our inner abilities, our inner strength. So yeah, that to me is one beautiful way that we can see the Strength card. And one lesson that we can definitely learn. Believe you can, and you're already halfway there. And then the second quote, always have faith in yourself and faith in the universe, for one will not get you anywhere without the other. They're like the wings that carry us above the adversity that we face in daily life. So there we have it. Lessons from the Strength card. We have a listener this morning. Welcome. Would you like to come out and say anything? If you do, just kind of raise your hand. I'm still new at doing these spaces, still learning the technical side of things. So anybody that wants to pop out can do so. All right. Well, I don't see anything happening here. So what I'm going to do, going to close out this session in our usual way. And we are going to go ahead and do a 3-card reading. One card, I know it's going to be the Strength card. And the other 2 cards I'm going to draw out at random. And in this way, we're going to demonstrate how the Strength card can be used in a reading. So I like to keep these conversations, presentations on tarot extremely beginner friendly. So we're going to do a little 3-card reading here. Got the deck shuffled. I'm drawing out 2 cards at random. And now I'm going to mix them up. Try to mix up 3 cards without looking. That way I don't know where the Strength card is going to end up. And then we're going to deal them out. Let's see what we got here. The first card in our 3-card reading for the day is Temperance. Temperance stands for discipline. It can stand for healing. So yes, that is also another form of strength, actually. Inner discipline, inner healing, connecting with a power that can provide you with some strength and comfort in this life. And then the next card, Queen of Swords. And this speaks to excellence of thought. Clear-mindedness is what I see in the Queen of Swords in this context. Tarot cards will have a multiplicity of different meanings, but the meaning that I ascribe to the card in a reading is what I see in relationship to the other cards. So here, Temperance, speaking of healing, speaking of comfort, speaking of inner calmness, a serenity. And then the Queen of Swords, mastery of the mind. And when we learn how to master the mind, we can do anything. And that leaves the third card, which I already know by process of elimination what that's going to be, the Strength card. So our 3-card reading for the day, we got Temperance, Queen of Swords, and Strength. Putting them all together, I get the message. In your past, you have had access to an inner form of calmness, an inner serenity, a font of healing, a source of healing. Remember to connect with that mentally. We can connect with this power, in our heart. We can connect with this power in our mind. And remember to connect with this power on a daily basis, as we were saying before. Master the art of mental discipline, which to me the Queen of Swords card definitely represents. And you can empower yourself on a regular basis. Tap into this power whenever needed. And then the Strength card. Find that font of inner strength, which we all have. Recognize it for what it is and use it on a daily basis. So Temperance, Queen of Swords, Strength. We all have access to a font of inner healing. Connect with it, use it, let that empower you. So there we have it. Okay, that wraps up our presentation for today. Lessons that we can learn from the Strength card. Tomorrow, I'm going to be going at 7 a.m. I have been scheduling this for 8 a.m. because I don't want to get up too early in the morning. But I also have a mastermind meeting that I have been missing out on that comes at 8 o'clock in the morning, my time, Central Time. And so what I'm going to be doing is developing a little bit of inner discipline, getting up a little earlier every day, Monday through Friday, and doing the tarot presentation here on X at 7 a.m. Central, and then having access to my other meeting, which starts at 8 a.m. Central, and that is our Grow Rich Mastermind group. It's a beautiful meeting that's been going for 14 years now, and it's a free mastermind that anybody can join. And I've been missing it. I've been catching the recorded version of it, but I miss not being able to participate live. So that's what I'm going to be doing, is doing our tarot presentation, 7 a.m. Central, and then wrapping that up by 8 a.m. and then participating in our Grow Rich Mastermind group. And if you'd like to learn a little bit more about the Grow Rich Mastermind, maybe even participate, ask me. I'd be happy to send you my link, get you everything you need to get started in that group. What we do is we will do a little bit of reading every day from the works of Napoleon Hill and other great entrepreneurs, and then open up the last half of the mastermind to group discussion. It happens by phone, and anybody can attend. So if you want to find out how you can get going in the Grow Rich Mastermind, absolutely free, let me know. Be more than happy to send you my link. So that concludes our space for the day. Thank you, Rabbi, for dropping by. And thanks for anybody that comes in and listens to the recording. So, again, thanks to everybody. We'll see you tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Central, and we will be covering the Hermit card, lessons that we can learn from the Hermit card. That'll be tomorrow. Till then, have a great one. Bye-bye.